We were discussing the additive and multiplicative properties. Now we have the third part, multiplication addition law. It states that for all ABC belongs to capital R, that is real numbers, A bracket B plus C bracket close is equal to AB plus AC. It is written because A will be multiplied with first B and then positive sign, then A will be multiplied with C. And it is written that it is the distributivity of multiplication over addition. Like if you just switch the brackets, then A plus B times C, it will be equal to AC plus BC. Why? Because actually you will have to multiply every single number and then add it with the number that is again multiplied with every single number. It is like the number or the variable that is actually written outside will be multiplied with the, you may say that every single number that is written inside the bracket. Like A could be, let's say, 1 and B will be 2 plus C will be, let's say, 3. Then you will multiply 1 with 2 and then you will also multiply A is equals to 1 with C, that is 3. And that is how you will get the perfect answer. In addition to the above properties, capital R possesses the following properties. Order property is described below. Completeness axiom, which will be explained in higher classes. The above properties characterizes capital R, that is only capital R, that is real number set, possesses all these properties. Before stating the order axioms, we state axiom actually means that any number which has a certain identity. Before stating the order axioms, we state the properties of equality of numbers. For example, now we are going to start the properties of equality. Properties means that the symbol of multiplication, the symbol of addition, and now the symbol of equal to has a lot of properties. And step by step, we have learned all of those. Now, equality of numbers denoted by equal to possesses the following properties. Number 1 is equality of numbers denoted by equal to possesses the following properties. Number 1 is reflexive property. For all A belongs to capital R, A is equal to A. Then symmetric means for all A, B belongs to real numbers. A if is equal to B, it implies that B is also equal to A. Then you can consider any numbers like 1 is equals to 1, or if 1 is equals to 1, then 1 is also equals to 1, or any other number as an example. Then transitive property, for all A, B, C belongs to capital R, A is equals to B and B is equals to C. So it also means that A is also equals to C. Then additive property is for all ABC belongs to capital R, A is equals to B, and it implies that A plus C is equals to B plus C. You just have to assume any positive numbers, and it can be any negative number as well, but you have to place it in if just for understanding. Otherwise these kind of you may say that properties might come in your MCQ part, or that's it, or maybe as a short question that define actually not probably as a short answer, but I think as a multiple choice question, that okay, which one of these is, describes the transitive property. Then it will have 4 options and you have to actually pick one option. That will be this, by understanding it, because transitive property exists between 3 variables, reflexive is like only 1, and symmetric is among 2. Additive properties, for all ABC belongs to capital real numbers, A is equals to B. It also implies that if we add a certain number with A, let's say 1 plus 0, that would also equals to B plus C. Let's say B is 2 minus 1, that is also 1. Then plus C would be 0. Because you have to add similar number on both sides, that what additive property means. Multiplicative property means you have to multiply a similar number, let's say 1 or 0, then it will also be give you the same answers on both sides. For all ABC belongs to capital R real numbers, A is equals to B, it implies that A multiplied by C will be also equal to B multiplied by C, and CA is equals to CB. Then we have cancellation property with reference to addition is for all ABC belongs to capital R, A plus C is equals to B plus C, implies that A is equal to B. Then we have cancellation property with reference to multiplication. For all ABC belongs to capital R, Cancellation means you just have to multiply a certain number, then where it is written in multiplication case that c cannot be equal to 0, and if you multiply that same number, that will be actually giving you the same answer. That is cancellation means the giving the original thing back. That is why a is equals to b, where c is not equals to 0. And that is a similar case with the for the cancellation property with reference to multiplication and addition. Then you have now inequalities properties. These are called specifically order properties, not the properties of equality. These are properties are inequality, which are called order properties, like trichotomy. For all AB belongs to capital R, either trichotomy means 3 scenarios can be true at the same time. For example, either A can be equal to B, or A is greater than B, or A can be less than B. And transitive property means that for all, I think these questions must come in your MCQ part, not, and even if it comes as a short answer, they will might ask that what is a trichotomy property, explain with the help of an example. Then you can just understand, okay, trichotomy was this, that they either 3 scenarios exist. Then transitive means that if for all, this is the sentence that has to be written always at the top. For all ABC belongs to, that is, for example, you have to assume that whatever numbers or whatever variables you are talking about, they belong to the set of real numbers. This has to be written for the properties of real numbers, equality, inequality, and multiplicative, communicative, whatever those laws were. Then 3 scenarios are, like, for example, if I say that there for trichotomy, then for transitive it is like A is greater than B and B is greater than C. It also implies that whatever number is A, it will also be greater than C. Second scenario will be like if A is less than B and B is less than C, then A will also be less than C. Then additive property, for all ABC belongs to capital R, A is greater than B, implies that A plus C is greater than B plus C. That is, you just have to add a certain number on both sides. Then it will not change the symbol. Then A is less than B implies that A plus C is less than B plus C. And then if A is greater than B and C is greater than D, then A plus C is greater than B plus D. You are just adding certain numbers. And if A is less than B and C is less than, implies that A plus C, and you are adding now 2 different numbers, and C and B plus D. So multiplicative properties are for all ABC belongs to capital R and C is greater than 0. For example, A is greater than B implies that AC dot is greater than dot. Multiplicative means that A dot C is greater than B dot C, that is multiplying C on both sides. Then A is less than B, then multiplying C on both sides will be AC less than BC. And for all ABC belongs to set of real numbers and C is less than 0, then A is greater than B implies that A dot C is less than B dot C. And if A is less than B, then for example, like for we are just assuming that there are certain numbers and they are like when multiplied on both sides, they will now change the symbol of this greater than symbol, because if A is greater than B, then multiplying certain number, then both scenarios can exist. The sign can change. If a certain number is multiplied which is bigger, then it will change the symbol to lesser, like A is greater than B. And if a bigger number is multiplied in the form of C, then AC will be less than not less than, sorry, it will be equal to less than BC. And if it is multiplied a greater number, then it will be greater, like in the next step, A is less than B, it will be equal to AC greater than BC. Like you just have to take a certain number, and that certain number may be greater than or smaller than your initial numbers, or the first number, let's say A and B. And if you multiply that number, if it is greater, then the overall answer will also be greater. If it is lesser, then it will be lesser on both sides. For all ABC belongs to capital R and ABCD are all positive, then it means that all negative number is here. Then if A is greater than B and C is greater than D, then it also implies that AC multiplied whatever the answer is also greater than B dot D. And then we have A is less than B and C is less than D, then it implies that AC is less than B dot D.